Hi guys, I'm going to do this really quick, of course. I always say that, but they're never quick. I don't know why I even say that. Baby's been sleeping great. Now all of a sudden, I sit down finally to do a video. Just going to wake up. But, um, no memo yet, but got a lot of good stuff. But first of all, I want to talk about something that I think is really, really important, and that's love. That's love. Because, Jesus is love. He's love coming down. He's love coming down. Even though he has to do what he has to do, but the ultimate thing through all of this, the core, is love. And I did not know something that I found out the other day. You know, I've talked about some with you about how I grew up in a wonderful, wonderful family, the ninth child, and just tons of love. We had no insecurity in our family, not because we were cocky. I mean, we were the nicest people. Our parents would not let us be smart alecks or mean to anybody or nothing. We were told, you love everybody, and that's what we did. But we were loved. None of us. We didn't even know. I just thought people were shy. I didn't know about insecurities and things that they must have felt, even small children. Now, as I got older, of course, I knew what it was, and that makes me so sad. It makes me so sad because there's no reason for it. I was talking. I always tell you about my children's father, my first husband. That's who my children are from. That the generational curses, and I always say there's that gene from that family. Well, there is. And my niece had a baby, and my sister-in-law is a devout Christian. But anyway, we've been talking a lot because I've been talking to Lolly and giving her support. But, I did not know. I knew that my mother-in-law was different. And I always told my children, she's just a different grandma. She's not like my mom, right? She's not like Grandma Johnson. But that doesn't mean you don't love her. I mean, she was always there at Christmas and birthdays and great for a card and stuff. But she wasn't that, my mom would call every day. Oh, what's the baby's doing? Oh, give him a big old kiss. Are you going to come see, are you bringing him over? I'm going to send your daddy to go get some popsicles and something they like. And that was my mom. My children never spent the night with my mother-in-law. She never babysat my children. And that's okay. That's okay. She just wasn't that kind of mother. And I knew that her mother was kind of really mean, I mean, she's just a different sort of person, right? But I did not know that her mother had never told her that she loved her. Ever. Her mother just didn't show love. She had 9 children. 2 were from her husband. The rest were not, but she gave him all the right name, and the man went out for bread when my mother-in-law was 16 and never came back. But she never told my mother-in-law she loved her, ever, ever, ever. No kisses, no hugs. It broke my heart. I did not know that. That explains a lot to me. And I told my sister-in-law, I said, in the 33 years that I've known her, every time I've ever gotten off the phone with her, I say, I love you, Shirley. Even now. And sometimes we don't get along because we have different views on Taylor. So she enables him, and I'm not going to enable him. Okay? And so she thinks that I don't love him. Really? If she would have not enabled the children's father, maybe he could have been a good man. But she wouldn't let him. He always had he never had to do it because she always was there, And that's what she's trying to do to my children, but that's beside the point. But now I understand it because that's how she shows love, And from the first minute that I met them, I went in and I'm all huggy kissy, you know. We don't leave without giving everybody a kiss, hug, and goodbye, or when you walk in a room. So I've always hugged and kissed her and told her I loved her. Always. I didn't know. I also found out my sister-in-law, who's my age, told me that she never, her mother, my mother-in-law, never told her that she loved her. Now, when my sister-in-law was in her early 20s, she became a born-again Christian, and she went to Tulsa and went to school out there at that Raymer. And she said it wasn't till I found Jesus that I was able to tell my mother, you know, I love you. And she would say, okay. She'd say, no, I love you. And my mother-in-law would say, okay. She'd say, now you're supposed to say, I love you too. And she said she just couldn't say it. But I kept on and I kept on and I kept on till finally she'd say, okay, I love you too. And that's how it started. I didn't know that. See, I didn't give her a chance. I just came in and just loved on her, and I just thought all families did that. I mean, I knew they weren't to the extent that our family did it, but I could never imagine a mother or a father, our children never hearing that they love, that they're loved. Kisses and hugs. I will tell you, oh my gosh, if somebody was driving by my parents' house and they saw one of the siblings' cars, well, you stopped, okay? And if somebody else would drive by and they'd say, well, they'd stop. Or if somebody call, oh, wait, your mom's, oh, wait there. Before we knew it, we had a whole house full. First thing everybody does is give everybody a kiss and hug hello. First thing. First thing. I mean, that could take a while, okay? It could take a long time because there's a lot of us. And we do it goodbye, too. I never walked in the house without giving my mother and father a kiss hello. I never left without giving them a kiss goodbye. Or my brothers and sisters. Or my nieces and nephews. So, if you were raised like that, and you have a hard time saying I love you to your children, you may show it. And you may, truly, truly love them. But it's hard for you to verbally say I love you. I love you. I love you. You don't realize what happens to and how it affects people when they don't hear that from the people that it means most from, parents. If you don't hear I love you from your parents, oh, that's just a ripple effect, okay? Either you're going to try to latch on to people to find love, or you're going to think that that's not the way it's done, and you won't be able to tell people you love them. So I don't care if it's hard for you. I don't care. Do it. I love you. I love you. Hugs, kisses. What? It's so far out there for me. It's so far out there for me to understand that. But I did not know that about my sister-in-law. I did not know my mother-in-law did not tell the children. She loved him. Oh, and she was a good mother. But I mean, as far as saying, hey, I love you. I love you today. You know, my mom called me every day. Oh, I just want to tell you I love you today. What you doing? Oh, what's the babies doing? Oh, are you eating anything to eat? Oh, what you making for supper? Oh, yeah, you know. And I love when she say, hey, this is your mother. This is your mother, you know. My dad grew up from a family like that, though, too. His parents died before I was born, but they were very cold people. My grandma especially was, and she wasn't one to show love, although she loved my father, but I mean she just didn't never say it. But boy, he wasn't. He said had it not been for my mother, he would have never been like that. But that's how my mom and my mom's family was. And remember, I said that's where the generational blessings come in from our family. It was through my mother's family. They didn't have a pot to poop in, let me tell you. But they had love, see? And my dad said, you know, had I not known that from your mother, you know? And so my dad was always loving on us. He always kissed us and hugged us and told us he loved him. Told him he loved us. But it just amazes me. Just amazes me. So please, please, I love you. I love you. You know, um, it just explains a whole lot with my mother-in-law now. It really does. But how sad? How sad for my sister-in-law. How sad. Um, and you know what? Till this day, when I talk to my mother-in-law on the phone, till this day, I'll say, I love. You know, I can't hang up without saying I love you. Even if I'm mad at her. Even if I'm mad at her, I gotta say I love you. So, wow, I didn't know that. So then I started thinking about all my brothers and sisters and I. Do you know we all married into families that they were from families, not that the families didn't love each other. They just had a hard time saying it. They didn't say it. Okay, it wasn't something they did. They weren't huggy kissy and I love you families. All of us, and we're all, you know, all of us. My sister-in-law, I have a sister-in-law that is the sweetest person I've ever met in my life. Sweetest person I've ever met in my life. I could never say a bad word about her because she's just that exceptional. Just that exceptional. And she is, I mean, she's part of us, right? And so she's real huggy, kissy, lovey, but her family didn't do that, and she did not start it until she married my brother and came into our family. I mean, you know what? I don't think any of us knew that. You know, I mean, at first, I mean, we just, and I'm sure they had to feel uncomfortable at first, like, what is this? But we didn't give them a chance to say no. We didn't give them a chance to back away. We just did it. We just did it. Just do it. Just do it. And you know what? If you have a parent who you know loves you but has a hard time saying it, but you want to hear it, you need to hear it. You know, tell them that. Tell them that you need to hear it. You may know it, but you need them to tell you that. You know, what a shame. How sad. So sad. So anyway, so I've been thinking about these past couple days because I see how it affects. You know, if you don't have somebody who has that, balances it out, has that love side, you know, and I think about, but what if you come from that, then you marry somebody like that, you know? Wow. Never gonna know. Never gonna know. So I love you. It's just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Please forgive me. You know, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. So, just words. It's like I tell my kids, nana nana boo boo words. You know, when people are going to go out, when somebody says something, they're going to get mad and they're going to go start a fight, or they're going to go put their fist through a wall because somebody spoke words. Really? Nana nana boo boo words? How many words are spoken a day? A gazillion? And how many times have people just rattle words off? They don't mean them, but they come out, but they affect somebody else to the core, right? And it makes them react. Again, the flesh reacts, right? Reacts to those words. They're nana nana boo boo words. Who cares? Who cares what comes out? Who cares? Who cares? Let them go. Let them go. You know? Anyway, I just want to do that really quick. I got the sun coming in here. And so anyway, got to check the monitor here. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to talk about all the messages that are coming out regarding, you know, what's coming up in this month. I don't know. I don't have the memo yet. I don't have the memo yet. But boy, we all feel it, don't we? We all feel it. 250 earthquakes in Iceland since this was like earlier today, since like 12 o'clock last night, or like within 24 hours, like 250 earthquakes. That volcano is going to blow. We know where we're at. We know where we're at, right? We know where we're at. And it just happens to land on, these fall feast. Heavy times. But anyway, I'm going to do another video, okay? But listen, please tell your children that you love them. Please tell your mother and father that you love them. Please tell your siblings that you love them. But especially your children, okay? If if it's hard for you to do that, please do it. Please do it. They need to hear it. They need to hear it, okay? Again, don't ever leave someone you love without giving them a kiss and a hug goodbye. Ever. Ever. Kiss and a hug. And I love you. How easy is that? How easy is that? So, okay. I'll do another one. See you soon.